Hi, I'm Steve Newman and welcome to Intection. Today I'm going to be talking about the high efficiency image format that you now get with iOS 11. And of course, when you take pictures with your camera on either your iPad or iPhone, by default it will use this new high efficiency image format. Now, the new format itself is worth keeping because it does take up less space on your phone. However, when you're sharing pictures with others by any other method, whether it's iMessage or email, etc., of course you can sometimes come into issues where your people you're sharing with and their programs they're using do not know how to read these high efficiency image formats. Now in the future I'm sure that will change and it will become a standard, but for now I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to convert the images so you don't have to change the default on your phone into any format that you wish. Now I'm going to be using an application called Workflow, which is now owned by Apple, but Apple bought the company not so long ago, and it's a great application which enables you to do many things. So first of all, you need to go to the Apple Store and download your own copy of Workflow. Once you've done that, then I'll show you how to convert the images so that you can send an image that you've just taken or select images from your photo album and send them to a workflow which will then convert them to the image format of your choice, and then afterwards will prompt you to share the results, the converted information, with another program, which obviously could be the file system to store them, or you could send them on in your message. So without further ado, let's move on. So first of all, let's have a look at the iOS application itself and how it works when it's done. So let's just scroll over. So here's my phone. Let's just move it over. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a picture and show you how the workflow works. So we'll take a quick picture. So there we go. Here's a picture here of me. Pretty bad. We now go into the picture. Now this picture is in HEIF format, so what we do is we're going to now share that. Now to convert it, you select the share button. I've got the picture I wanted to share, and now if I scroll on the bottom side, you'll see there's a little thing at the end called Run Workflow. So if we now pick that, and now what happens is you now get any workflows you created. Now I've created one before and it's called Convert Images and Share. So if I click that, it's the green one at the top right, it now will jump into the workflow, and now it's asking me what would I like to convert the image to. Now at the minute it says JPEG, but as you can see you can change whatever format you want. So I'm going to convert it to a PNG, and then when I click done it will convert the image, and then it will move and ask where would I like to share the converted image with. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to put it in email. So now it's converted the image and stuck it in email ready for me to send. So there you go. So that's how quick and easy it is, and that doesn't have to be email, you could use anything else. So so very easy to do. So what I'm going to do now is quickly show you how to create the workflow from scratch. So let's have a look now. So let's just go back to my my device. I'll just cancel this email that we started before, and let's have a look. So the application you want is called Workflow, which is a nice colourful W, which is on the third row, the second column at the bottom here. So if I click on that, I don't know if it works. Yes, it does work in the landscape format. So, okay, so to create a workflow, the first thing you need to do, if you click Create Workflow, you then need to tell it what kind of workflow it is. So if you have a look here, you can have a number of different workflows. You have a normal one, a widget, you can have an Apple Watch workflow, and you can also have an action extension. And because we're going to send information to this, we're going to be using an action extension. So we'll select that. So I'm just going to change this to make it a bit longer. And now what we need to do is add an action. So it knows it's going to be an action extension. Actually, while I think about it, we need to tell it what kind of information it's going to accept. So at the minute at the top it says this workflow accepts anything. Well, we want to limit that, so if we click on the word anything, and then what we're going to do is deselect all, which I've done, and then we're going to select images. So we now have images only selected, and we press done. So now it will only accept images, and now what we need to do is give it an action. So at the bottom of the screen there is a little wand, and we're going to click that, and it now shows us our available actions. Now, because we're going to convert, thankfully there's a nice little action which is called convert images, and you can see it's the second one down under photo and video, but you can see you've got loads and loads of things you can do. As you can see, you can do loads and loads of things. So we are going to convert image, so we select that, and if you hold on to it, it will drag it into your actions. And the way this is laid out, this screen, is it starts at the top and works its way down. So now what we need to do is tell it what to do. Now you can set things so they always convert to one format or another. So what I mean by that is you could make a workflow so that it would always convert from HEIF format to a JPEG or a PNG. But in this case, what we need to do is we're going to tell the program or the workflow to ask us what will we like to do, and that makes it really nice and flexible. So let's go and do that. So going back onto this, if we now look at this, you now have the option where it says format JPEG. If we click on the word JPEG, and right at near the bottom, you can see you've got various options, and there's one in a little green box that says ask when run. So we're going to click on that, and now that will ask us each time. Now what we need to do is tell it what to do next. Now at this stage you could go ahead and say send an iMessage, but again we'd like to have this a flexible workflow, so it asks us what to do. So we're going to add another action, which is at the bottom of the screen. So we add another action, and we're going to select share. Now there's an option called share, which is blue, and I'm going to pick that. As you can see, it tells you what to do, prompts to share, and I am now going to hold it and drop it. So now that workflow has everything we need on there, except for we probably want to give the workflow a name. So we click on the cog at the top of the screen, and we're going to give it a name. And this time for testing, we're going to call it test image convert and share. Okay, and as you can see, I can't type. There we go. Test image convert and share. Go done. And we have some other options here. You can add it. So what I'm going to do is change the workflow icon, which is the icon at the top, and we're going to make it something different. So let's go and pick something. Let's go for a I don't know. Let's have an alien head, and we're going to change the color of the alien head to blue. In fact, no, let's make it a wonderful color there. There we go. And now what we're going to do, as you can see, we've got the workflow here. It's got a name. It knows it's an application extensions, and then all we're going to do is we're going to click done. So now this is ready to save, and all we need to do now is click done on here. So, and now we have our various workflows that we have here. So again, just to show you it working, so if we now go back to the camera, and I will select the camera, so it's me. There we go. I'm going to take another picture of the camera, of the laptop here. Wonderful. We've got a picture of that. We click the gallery at the bottom. We now click to share it. And you can select multiple images, by the way. So if you go to the bottom, you go run workflow. And now it shows us the workflows. There's the one I created before, which was called Convert Images and Share, and there's the one we've just created, which is Test Image, Convert and Share. So we click on that, and now again, just as before, it's asking what should we do. Again, it's no different. You can pick what format you like. I'm going to pick PNG, and then if we click Done, it's now going to share it and ask me where to share it, and there we go. It's now created an email and it's done. So I'll click Cancel. So that is how simple it is to share, to convert images. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching. That's how simple it is to convert images using Apple Workflow. So thank you very much. Please subscribe.